RETAMAS, and I will be your instructor for today. But before we start our discussion, let us have this activity. So, write your answer in the block provided. Example, Roca has 0.527 pounds of cheese left in his fridge to use to make mac and cheese for dinner. How many pounds of cheese Roca used? To the nearest hundreds. So, for example of this is 0.527. So, the nearest hundreds is 2. 2. So, we round this off and the answer will be 0.53. So, I will only give you 10 minutes to finish this activity. Okay, time is up. So, exchange your papers to your seatmates. And let us start answering this activity. So, number 1. Number 1 is 0.009. So, the hundredths number is 0. So, since number 9 is greater than 5, we can round this up into 0.01. So, let us proceed to number 2. So, in number 2, what is the nearest hundredths number? So, it is number 2. So, since number 9 is greater than 5, so the answer is 24.13. Number 3, the nearest number is number 5. Since the thousandth number is less than 5, so we'll drop this down and the answer will be 9.05. Number 4, 18.0121. And the hundredths number is 1. So, the same as number 3, since 2 is less than 5, the answer will be 18.01. Number 5, 0.1236. And the hundredths number is number 2. And since number 3 is less than 5, the answer would be 0.12. Number 6, 55.506. And the hundredths number is number 0. And since number 6 is greater than 5, the answer will be 55.51. Number 7, 42.303. And the hundredth number is number 0. Since 3 is less than 5, the answer will be 42.30. Number 8, 3.358. And the hundredths number is number 5. Since number 8 is greater than 5, the answer is correct, 3.36. Number 9, 1.01021. And the hundredths number is number 1. Since 0 is less than 5, the answer would be 1.01. And lastly, number 5, 6.2812. And the hundredths number is 8. Correct. And what is the answer? Correct again. The answer is 6.28 because number 1 in the thousands is less than 5. So, does anyone have an idea about our topic for today? So, how did everyone do their activity? Great? Okay, good. So, what is being asked in the problem? Okay, good. how do we get the weight of the cheese to the nearest hundreds? How? Correct, by rounding it to the nearest hundreds. Now, how do we round decimals? You are also correct. We round decimals when it is greater than 5 and drop it when it is less than 5. Now, let us proceed to our topic, which is rounding decimal numbers. So, first you'll need to remember your place value, which is the hundreds. To round a number to the nearest hundreds, look at the next place value to the right, which is the thousands. If it is 4 or less, just remove or drop the number, all the digits of the right. If it is 5 or greater, add 1 to the digit in the hundreds place and then remove all the digits to the right. So, I have here an example so that you can grasp the idea about our discussion. If the digit to be dropped is greater than 5, so we add 1 to the third last digit, which is the hundreds place. And the example of this is 12.369 rounds up into what? 12.37. You are correct. And now, if the digit to be dropped is less than 5, so we just drop the last digit. Example, 12.304 is round up to what? Number 4 is less than 5, which is, we will drop this and the answer would be 12.30. So, I have one more example. And 13, 7, 5, 6. So, how do we answer this to the nearest hundreds? Yes, the answer would be 13 point, the thousands is 5. So, above 5, which means it is greater than 5, so we add 1. So, the answer would be 76. So, this would be the answer, 13.76. Okay, does anyone have any questions about our discussion for today? Okay, so may I ask you, when do we round down decimal numbers? So, we round down decimal numbers when, correct, when it is less than 5. So, when do we round up decimal numbers? Correct again. We round up decimal numbers when the thousands number is greater or higher than 5. Why is it significant to know how to round up decimal numbers? Okay, very good. So, I see that you have understood my discussion. So, I have here an activity for you so that I can grasp on how much have you understand on my topic. So, in this activity, get a one-whole sheet of paper and copy the question. So, number 1, Christian bought 0.156 grams of gold. How many grams of gold did Christian bought to the nearest hundreds. Number 2. The kilogram of the banana is 1.853 kilo. How many kilo of banana is the nearest hundreds? Number 3. Joey used 0.432 pounds of cheese to make mac and cheese for dinner. How many pounds of cheese Joey used to the nearest hundreds? Number 4. Rose bought 2,7,475 kilo of tilapia. How many kilo did he bought of tilapia to the nearest hundreds? Number 5. Dominic has 0.8,156 pounds of baking powder to use in making bread. How many pounds does he needs to use to the nearest hundreds? So, in this activity, I will only give you 10 minutes to finish your work. So, you may start. Okay, time is up. So, let us answer the activity. Okay, number 1. Christian bought 0.156 grams of gold. So, what number is the hundreds? So, number 5. So, to the right, the thousands, is it higher than 5 or less? Yes, it is higher. So, which means the answer would be 0.16. So, let us proceed to number 2. The kilogram of the banana is 1.853. So, what is the nearest hundred? So, it is number 5. And the thousands, is it greater than 5 or less? Yes, you are correct. It is less. So, which means the answer is 1.85. Number 3. Joey used 0.432 pounds of cheese to make mac and cheese for dinner. So, which is the 100th place? Correct, the number 3. And is it number 2 greater than 5 or less? Yes, you are correct. It is less. So, which means the answer is 0.43. Number 4. Rose bought 2,7,475 kilo of tilapia. So, what is the nearest hundreds? Yes, number 4. Is number 7 greater than 5? Correct, it is. So, which means the answer is 2.75. And lastly, Dominic has 0.8156 pounds of baking powder to use in making bread. So, the hundredth place is 1. And is number 5 greater? Yes, it is. So, the answer is 0.82. Okay, did anyone did great? Very good. So, okay, I have here another activity for you to answer. So, answer this activity in a one whole sheet of paper. Round each number to the underlined place value. And I will only give you 10 minutes to answer this. So, you may start. Okay, time is up. So, before we end our discussion, I will give you an assignment to bring at home. Please write it on your notebook. So, that's all. Thank you once again. My name is Christian Lloyd de Retamas, and thank you for listening in my discussion.